Good morning. Wait, no, good afternoon. It's the afternoon. You want up, pal? No, you're just gonna lay down and be annoying. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm sore as a motherfucker this morning. I woke up and my calf muscles were just wrecked. Walking down the stairs, it was like I could feel my calf muscles attached to every other muscle in the lower half of my body. So my low back was like pulling from them. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You're gonna fall on your side there and roll around like an idiot. He's a sweet cat, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Anyway, I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit more about last night. The video that I did yesterday after I was posed the question, will I be going back to game? When I got up this morning and came down here, I thought to myself, my legs hurt and it would be nice to just have a day of rest. You want to come up, buddy? You want to come up? Alright then. Yep, there's the tail. It was a big part of the question that I was posed was about quitting gaming at the end, and then this morning I woke up and I was sore and I was like, it'd be nice to rest, and I thought if I had a game, today would be the kind of day that I would want a video game where I don't have a huge amount to do, like I'm doing laundry and I'm cooking meals for meal prep, but other than that I don't have much to do. I'm going to take a shower and then probably watch a bunch of TV, and today would be the kind of day that I could game. But in saying that, it wasn't the first thing I thought about doing, honestly, when I got up or during the day. The only reason I thought about doing it was because I was thinking about the question that I was posed, and then about doing this video and how things might be different. Damn it, man. He is a pest. Here, you want to be famous? Here. Now you're famous, okay? Yeah, you're sad. You're salty about it too. So anyway, that would be the only time I feel like it would feel okay to spend a day playing video games and just not really focusing on anything else. But that being said, like I said, it wasn't the first thing I thought about when I thought about doing nothing. The first thing I thought about was getting a couple more of the Bond movies and watching the rest of the Daniel Craig Bond movie series. I watched Quantum of Solace and I watched Casino Royale the last couple of nights, and I think Quantum of Solace is not as good as Casino Royale. I think Casino Royale was better. I don't like the Bond girls that they got for Quantum of Solace. The Bond girls that they got for Casino Royale were good Bond girls. Eva Green and that evil bitch that tries to poison him at the poker table. They look like they should be Bond chicks. And he does. It's almost like an origin story for him. Like you can tell why he turns so cold and robotic in the next couple of movies. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to get those and watch those this afternoon for the rest of the day. We did a family dinner last night. I don't have any reason to leave home at all for the rest of the day. No workouts, no more games to referee for a week or so. And this week will be my birthday week, so pretty excited about that. Angie tends to do a pretty good job at grabbing me stuff, so I'm excited to see what it was that she got. She did have a list to pick from, because she was asking me what I wanted, and I was like, well, I don't really have that many things that I want, so I had to think about it, and I decided it might be easier just to give her a list. He's so thirsty for scratching that he'll go chasing the hand. Like, I got my hand hanging down, it's this hand here, hanging down the side of the chair, and he's like trying to he's trying to get his face on it. Why don't you just sit still? Yeah, exactly. Anyway. dope is dope is dope. The talk that I gave last night about marijuana remains the same. I can't think about doing it and not feel like it's a backward step. And fear is a powerful motivator. Not for everyone, but for me it is. I hit the wall when I realized that the things that I had done in my life had really amounted to very little. That I hadn't saved enough money, that I didn't buy property, that I hadn't invested anything. I was really, like, essentially financially worth very little. And I was approaching my 40th year in the world, and I thought that is a bad way to be. And the thought of marijuana, it's kind of like the thought of being an alcoholic for me now. I've always sort of thought that alcoholism was kind of stupid. You know, you're renting alcohol. You put it in your body and then you piss it out, and you never get to keep it, and you certainly don't get to enjoy it the entire time that it's in you. I always felt that marijuana was similar to that. I didn't consider marijuana to be similar to that, because I had this glorified version of what marijuana was. But now when I think about marijuana and being addicted to it, or being a user myself, it's starting to feel more like alcoholism, and I'm starting to view it as more like alcoholism, where you can be a functional alcoholic, but you're not going to amount to very much. And for those of you, or for anybody who would say, well, there's alcoholic successful people, there are. But I would argue that they're only successful in small elements of their lives, and that huge other parts of their lives are massively unsuccessful. I would say that people who become financially independent by the time they're 30 are those kind of people. They've focused so heavily on the one pursuit that they're aiming for, that they've neglected other parts of their lives. And maybe their plan is to delve into those other things later on. But I can't imagine that someone who's financially independent by the time they're 30, particularly if you're not starting off with a silver spoon in your hand already, like if you're not starting off with an inheritance, or you've been pushed into a good trade, or you've picked a good career path and you've gone in with no debt. Like if you're a normal human being who's accrued debt during the course of their life up to the time of 30, if you've been able to become financially independent, that level of focus to accomplish that means that you've had to sacrifice in other areas. And while I congratulate anyone for achieving that, because that's no joke, that's quite an achievement, I would say that I would prefer to maybe not be quite so independent, and have a little more of the other experiences are out there. That's for me personally. But again, with alcoholism, if you're a functional alcoholic, it's a similar sort of thing. You don't have as much bandwidth to manage all the other things that are going on in your life, and so I feel like you could be successful at a couple of things, but then maybe not so successful at others. And that's how marijuana is starting to appear to me. The thought of going back to it it just seems like a backward step. For curiosity's sake, today I cooked an Asian ginger ground chicken with ginger meatballs that are simmered in a chicken broth with rice cellophane noodles added to it. It's excellent. It's an excellent recipe. And then the other one was a red wine chorizo bolognese, which sounds strange because bolognese is normally beef with sauce, like a meat sauce with spaghetti. But I found a recipe that uses a little bit of chorizo sausage with red wine to give it a deeper flavor, which I found the last time I ate to be actually really good. So those were the two things that I cooked today. That's really about it. Now the cat's finally sitting still, of course, first. First 3/4 of the video, he couldn't figure a damn thing out, and now he's perfectly happy to sit still. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to go back to plotting out what my plans are for the rest of the day. Those of you who are watching who are trying to quit or trying to decide to quit, there's plenty of other episodes out there for you to watch. I would suggest day 67 might be a good one, because it felt like a good talk. I felt like I got some stuff off my chest last night, and it was good. Anyway, that's it for me. Ka kite.